i.e. People like Jimmy Smith and his brothers, and one or two other lads, Jim Gallagher, and some other people, wanted to get Irish football off the ground. They worked very hard at it, and I done my little bit, and it was only a little bit, because my knowledge of Gaelic football wasn't as great as theirs, because I come from a place called Limerick, where it was mostly hurling and soccer, and of course the old man's game, rugby. That I call it the old man's game because it was every man's game in those days. It was a good town to live in. Northern England people in general are very, very good. They're very acceptable of who you are and what you are. So regarding racism or anything like that, I don't think it really applied in Bolton.
When did you first get involved with the Bolton Irish Community Association?
Oh, from its foundation, 1986.
And what year did they open their club in Bolton?
It's open now about 8 years now.
So it's about 2000 would it be, roughly like that?
Roughly about there, yeah.
The Irish culture in Bolton in the mid-50s wasn't great. But slowly towards the late 50s and into the 60s, they started off here with the GAA. And we got the youngsters involved in football. And they were fairly successful. They did well, they travelled the country. I was fortunate enough to be invited to be part of it. So the GAA, as you're well aware, is a Gaelic Athletic Association, and hurling and Gaelic football and so forth. So it got off the ground here, and I must say there's people in Bolton, the Smiths in particular, really got to work on that, and they really got it going. And they should be proud of that.
Well, Mum, what message have you got for our future generations?
All I want my family is to stick together and help one another, and I'll be happy. And I wish and I hope that the generation that's coming up will get better, because it upsets me to see the carry on and the young ones today. If they lived in my age, there would have been none of this what's today. They'd work hard and they'd be better for it. And that's all I have to say.
But the one thing I'd like to say is, for my family, immediate family now, and any future family and generations to come, is always remember your roots. I'll always remember my roots, because I came from Ireland. I'm proud to be Irish, always will be. I always stick up for it. Anyone who's trying to put an Irishman down, I'm the first one to turn around and say, well, I'm Irish, even though I don't sound it. So watch what you're doing and watch what you're saying. And that's what I'd like people to do. This is going to be on film, hopefully, like you say, it's going to be in the archives for all these years, and people can see it and listen to me. I haven't got an Irish accent, but I'm still Irish to the bone right the way through. And hopefully people who, descendants of mine, they are still Irish, because they've got the blood running through the veins. Always be proud to be Irish, get over there and see what it's all about.
What I'd like them to do, sport, and be involved in sport, and keep away from cigarettes and drugs.
Specifically for your own family, is there any message that you'd like to give to future generations, your sons, great-grandsons? Anything you'd like to say? Any bit of advice?
Well, the advice I've always given to my present sons and to my grandchildren is that do your best to be considerate to others. Do your best to live your life in a manner that doesn't let your character or other people down. Most importantly, try and live by having some integrity and basic honesty. I also say to my children and grandchildren and the future great-grandchildren, if you like, is that be honest with yourself, and you'll find you'll be honest with others. Be self-critical, but be firm, but pleasant when you have to be. Try not to be a bully. Try not to use or abuse people for your own advantage. But most importantly, right, be good to your family. Be good to those around you, except when you have to stand on your feet from time to time. We all have to do that. I, in my lifetime, which some of you will not know about but will see this film, have made mistakes. I want you to make them and recognise them. But at the same time, to repeat what I said earlier, to my future generation, I wish them well, good health, and most importantly, live a good, pleasant and nice life.